Guys, if you ever want to know what it feels like to give birth, having done it, I can tell you I have a foolproof method. It's called breaking your pelvis and not being able to do anything but lie flat down, be doped up on morphine, taking iron pills, all of which, for those of you who want to know, is horribly constipating, not going to the bathroom for 8 days, and trying to poop out this 8-pound baby of shit. And you can't sit up. Okay, so you're lying on this bedpan trying to poop out this humongous thing. I won't blame that one on you. Tears coursing down my face, and I'm like going, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And I realized what I was saying, and I went, literally. So I was like cracking myself up, hysterical, as I'm bawling. And I was going crazy, not just with the fear for my kids, but guilt. This crushing guilt that threatened to just drag me down, that I almost killed my kid. I'm a doctor, I should have known better. Yeah, what kind of mother am I? And then one day, despite not being able to get visitors, I managed to get served legal papers. Don't know how that one happened. And the legal papers were my former husband suing me for full custody of our kids. Now, I understood that he was acting through his own pain. And yet, that truly was the lowest moment of my life. That not only was I beating myself up, but that him and presumably the rest of the world thought that I didn't deserve my kids, that I was a danger to my kids, that I was incompetent. I was an incompetent doctor, I was an incompetent mother. I was an incompetent person. Why should I live? And yet, someday, I will thank him for that, because he saved me. He saved me, because I was just spiraling down into this emotional quicksand of fear and self-pity and blame and guilt, and forget the pain. It was just sucking me down, and I'm a positive person. Don't ask me how anybody else can ever possibly do it. And yet those papers awakened the mama bear. Made me snap out of it. Made me realize that I had a choice. I could choose to allow myself to be sucked down, to be the victim, and to beat myself up. And yes, self-blame and guilt, that's victim, absolutely. Or I could fight. I could fight for my kids. I knew my kids needed me. I knew others needed me. Marcia will tell you that burnout is a silent epidemic. It is one that millions of us experience every single day, and it's encouraged by our society. We are taught, we are programmed to push and push and push and push, and doctors are the worst. What's the Medscape had, what, 40% burnout rate is what physicians are saying right now? Karen? Right? I mean, these are our caregivers. And it's not just doctors, it's dentists, caregivers. Right? How many of us are helping professionals? And we are such giving people that we want to give and give and give, to our detriment. And it's encouraged. We're failures. We're lazy if we don't keep pushing through. That's what our society does. And for those of you who think that burnout is just exhaustion or it's a nervous breakdown, no. It can be anxiety, it can be depression, it can also be cancer, it can be heart disease, it can be diabetes, it can be medical mistakes. There's so many different ways that we can hit the wall, and we do it every single day, and yet society just wants to put a Band-Aid on it. Medicine puts a Band-Aid on it. Oh, now you have high blood sugar, you have diabetes. Guess what? Here's some metformin. Thank God they now say lifestyle changes is the first one. Sorry, that was an outside voice. I'll try to keep this fast. So I knew I had a choice, and I chose to transform the burden of guilt that I was feeling into the burden of responsibility and accountability, that I was the unique person to spearhead this change and lead others out of burnout. For those people who were about to hit the wall, people who had hit the wall and needed to recuperate and know that they could thrive and that they weren't alone. So, through my education, through my clinical background, and then my personal experience, I knew that I had to be the one. And for so long I thought, who am I? Who am I to do this? And yet, deep down inside, I knew that I had a message that everybody needed to hear, and that somebody might respond to my message, and then to your message, and then to your message. So, I'm going to keep this short because I must be close to the 7 minutes. I'm going to give each of you a challenge, and for people watching this video, I want everybody to take up this challenge and make a choice to level up. To level up wherever you are. If you've hit the wall, it's time to make the choice to recuperate, and knowing that there's hope and that you can thrive. If, like us, we're helping professionals, level up. Take it to that next level, and number one is self-care. Self-care, self-love, unconditional love, self-forgiveness. So important. The world needs us. And I can't wait to see where we're all going next. Thank you.